Now coming to next lecture, that is interfacing of 8255 with 8085 microprocessor. Right. Now this interfacing is done in two different ways. One is IO mapped IO. Right. This introduction I have given under IO interfacing. Right. Now this interfacing of 8255 with 8085 microprocessor, not only 8085 microprocessor, with any microprocessor, either 8085 or 8086 or any other microprocessor, is done in two different ways. One is IO mapped IO and another one is memory mapped IO. Right? That means you can interface your general purpose IO device with any microprocessor in two different ways. One is IO mapped IO and another one is memory mapped IO. Right? Now let us see the first interfacing part, that is interfacing of your 8255 with 8086 microprocessor under IO mapped IO. Right? Now how many address lines are used under IO mapped IO? Only 8 address lines. Right? 8 address lines are used. Right? Now before going to interfacing part, right? Now let us have brief description of IO mapped IO as I have said under introduction to IO interface. Right? Now what is mean by IO mapped IO? In this, IO device is treated as IO device only. Right? Now what about memory mapped IO? In which IO device is treated as one of the memory location. Right? If you are treating IO device as IO device only, that indicates IO mapped IO. If you are treating IO device as one of the memory location, now that comes under the category of memory mapped IO. Right? Now that is the difference between IO mapped IO and memory mapped IO. Right? Now how many address lines are used? 7. Right? That is represented as A0 to A7. Right? Under IO mapped IO, we are using only 8 address lines. Right? We are using only 8 address lines, that is A0 to A7. That means how many addresses it can generate? 2 power 8. Nothing but 256 addresses it can generate. Now using this, you can connect 256 input or 256 output devices to your microprocessor. Right? This introduction we have seen under IO interfacing part, but let us have a brief description of it before going to interfacing part. Right? Now the total address lines used under IO mapped IO are 8. Now those are represented by A0 to A7. Now since those are 8 address lines, you can generate 2 power 8 addresses, nothing but 256 addresses. Right? Now 256 input and 256 output. Right? 256 input and 256 output devices are connected to your microprocessor, and those can be addressed using those generated 256 address. Right? Now in this instruction we are using in and out instruction. Right? In this IO mapped IO we are using in and out instruction. Now in is used for read operation and out is used for write operation. Right? In is used for read operation and output is used for write operation. Right? Now we have pin under 8085, that is IO/memory bar. Right? Now this will be logic 0 for memory mapped IO, and this will be logic 1 for IO mapped IO. Right? Now here, since it is an IO mapped IO, now that comes under that is treated as logic 1 because it is an IO mapped IO. Right? Now anyhow we will use read signal and also we will use write signal. Right? You can use read signal for reading the data and you can use write signal for writing the data. Right? Now this is the brief description. You are using 8 address lines, that means 2 power 8 addresses can be generated. Now 256 input and 256 output devices can be addressed using those generated addresses, and those can be connected to your 8085 microprocessor. Now here we are using in and out instruction. In order to read the data we are using in instruction, and in order to write the data we are using out instruction. And we have pin under 8085, that is IO/memory bar. Now this will be high signal because it is IO mapped IO. If it is memory mapped IO, that will be logic 0. Right? For reading signal we are using RD signal, for writing signal we are using writing data. Right? Now this is the brief description of IO mapped IO. Right? Now first let me draw the pin diagram of 8255. right? Now this is your 8255. Listen carefully, because this interfacing is very very important, right? Using this interfacing only you can interface with other components with your microprocessor, right? As I have said, this will act as interface between your 8085 as well as other connected peripherals, right? Now I am drawing the 8255, right, pin diagram. Now how many pins it contains? Total 40 pins, right? Now 24 pins are allotted for your port A0 to port 7, 8 lines, right? Now similarly for port B, PB0 to PB7, right? And similarly for port C upper and port C lower, together I am representing PC0 to PC7, right? Now 24 pins have been represented through this IO lines, right? Now what are the remaining? You have 16 pins. Remaining pins are 16 pins, right? Now D0 to D7, right? D0 to D7, 32 pins are allotted, right? I am giving brief description, right? Brief representation of 8255. Here we have got 24 pins, and here we have got another 8 pins. Total 32 pins I have represented here, right? Now what do you have next? Next you have, anyhow you have VCC and ground, right? Plus 5 volts of power supply can be connected at your VCC. For ground reference we are using ground pin. Those no need to those pins you no need to represent under this particular interfacing part, right? Now 32 plus 2, 34 gone, right? Now what are the remaining? You have chip selection pin, right? Chip selection pin you have, and reset you have, right? Reset you have. Next you have writing the data. For writing the data we are using WR bar. Now for reading the data we are using RD bar, right? Now 24 plus 8, 32, 34, 35, 36, 37. Now what is left out pin? A0 and A bar, right? Now all pins I have represented in brief manner, right? Here you are getting 24 pins. 24 plus 8, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, right? Now what are remaining 2 pins? You have VCC plus 5 volts of power supply can be connected at those pins, right? We no need to represent here. And another one is ground, right? For ground reference we are using that particular pin, right? Now this is the pin description of 8255, right? Next represent 8085 pin diagram. Next represent 8085 pin diagram, right? Now here you no need to represent all pins under your 8085. Just you represent what are the pins that are required for interfacing, right? Here we will represent only the pins that are required for interfacing, right? Now reset is required, because reset is required, right? Now what is another? Now reset is required, and next you have IO / memory bar, right? And next you have RD signal, and next you have WR bar signal. RD signal and WR bar signal, right? RD signal and WR bar signal. And next you have data bus, that is D0 to D7, right? You don't represent you will multiplex AD0 to AD7, right? Now those are demultiplexed, right? Those are demultiplexed using your ALE, right? And ALE, those are for logic 1 it will be acting as one 8-bit bus, and for logic 0 it will be acting as other 8-bit bus, right? Now D0 to D7 are connected to D0 to D7 of 8255. Now this is our 8085, 8255, right? Data bus of 8085 is connected to data bus of 8255, right? Now before connecting this data bus, see you have multiplexed address and data bus, right? Now this has to be demultiplexed using your ALE signal, right? Now after demultiplexing you have to connect data bus of D0 D7 of 8085 to 8255, right? Now here we are using only 8 address lines, right? Here we are using only 8 address lines, right? And next reset of 8085 is connected to reset of 8255, right? Reset of 8085 is connected to reset of 8255, right? Now here we are using only 8 address lines, that is A0 to A7, right? A0 to A7. After demultiplexing this, data bus is connected over here and A0 to A7 are used for interfacing part, right? Now A0 I have represented here, right? Now next we have A1 and A2, right? A1 and A2, right? Now A1 is connected to address line 1 is connected to A0 of 8255 and address line 2 is connected to A1 of 8255, right? A1 of 8085 is connected to A0 of 8255 and A2 of 8085 is connected to A1 of 8255. This is common for every interfacing, this is common, right? Next we have IO slash memory bar, right? Now this signal should be active high, right? This signal should be active high. Now with this signal we are reading, right? Reading, and those two are, now this is 1 and this is logic 0 in order to read the data, right? Now along with this we are connecting A0 address line also. Along with this we are connecting A0 address line also. Now these are NAND gated, right? These are NAND gated. Now A0 is also 0, right? A0 is also 0. Now 1 with 0, what is NAND operation? 1, right? Now 1 with 0, what is NAND operation? What is NAND operation? 1, right? Now this is connected to read signal with bubble. Either you can use inverter also, both are possible, inverted or this thing, or simply you can use AND gate here, right? Simply you can use AND gate here. You can use any logic, right? You can use any logic such that input to your RD signal should be logic 0, right? Now similarly this NAND gate with bubbled, right? With bubbled given to RD signal. I am using this one way of possibility, or instead of NAND gate I can use OR gate also, right? Any logic you can use, right? Any logic you can use in order to interface your 8085 with 8255, but input to your RD bar should be 0 because that is an active low signal, right? Now similarly for the next write bar along with IO and along with A0, these are NAND gated and again bubbled and given to WR bar, right? And again bubbled and given to WR bar, right? Now this is, now what are the remaining part? We got A0, A1, A2, and next we have A3 and gated and A4 and gated, A5 and gated, A6 and gated, A7, right? Now these are used for chip selection, right? These are used for chip selection, right? Now here you have, initially those are 0. I am taking an example, but I will give an problematic form, then you will come to understand. Both all are 1s, right? When all are 1s, if I perform AND operation, what is the result? 1 you will get. If I keep bubbled, 0. In order to communicate, CS bar should be 0, right? Either you can use AND gate with bubble over here, or directly you can use NAND gate, right? Directly you can use NAND gate. Directly you can use NAND gate, right? Now if I have all as 1s, right? If I have all as 1s, here you will get 0, 0, 0, 0, right? Now what is the NAND operation? For 0, 0 you will get 1, right? Now this should be bubbled over here. Like this you have to select, right? Now this is starting from A3, A4, A5, A6, A7, right? Now just remember, brief description. We are using A3 to A7. A3 to, I am writing here again. A3 to A7 are used for chip selection of 8255. Now A1 of 8085 is connected to A0 of 8255, right? Now similarly A2 of 8085 is connected to A1 of 8255. Now reset of 8085 is connected to reset of 8255. Now similarly data bus, total data bus of 8085 is connected to data bus of 8255, right? Now this logic we have seen under the memory interfacing. The same thing I have represented here, right? Now let me briefly explain again. Now first you have to represent the total pins of 8255. Under 8085 what are the pins that are required for interfacing? Those pins only I am representing here. No need to represent everything, right? Now after representing all pins of 8255, data bus of 8085 is connected to data bus of 8255, right? Data bus of 8085 is connected to data bus of 8255, and A1 of 8085 is connected to A0 of 8255, and A2 of 8085 is connected to A1 of 8255, right? Now similarly IO/memory bar read signal along with address line A0. These are NAND gated, inverted and given to RD signal, and IO/memory bar signal with write signal, and A0 NAND gated, bubbled and given to write signal, right? Now reset of 8085 is connected to reset of 8255. Now remaining address lines are used for chip selection of 8255, right? Now when it is logic 0, it indicates 8255 is ready for communication, right? Now what is the address of port A of 8255? Now seeing this figure, now what is the address of port A of 8255? Now port B of 8255 and port C of 8255. Now what is the address? What is the address? Can you say? Now I am writing here again, right? Okay, I am writing here only, right? Now A7 you have, A6 you have, A5 you have, and A4 you have, A3 you have, A2 you have, A1 you have, A0 you have, right? Now this will specify the address, right? Now what is the value of A7? What is the value of A7? 0. We have considered 0. 0, 0, 0, 0. Now A2 is connected to A1, right? Now these possibilities may be 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0 or 1. Now A0 is 0, right? Now when A2, A1 nothing but A1 of 8255 and A0 of 8255. When A1 is 0 and A0 is 0 for 8255, which port is selected? Port A, right? Now what is the address? Divide into 4-bit form, that is 00H, right? Now similarly 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0. What is next? 02H, right? Now for 01, which port is selected? Port B. Now what is the address of port B? 02. Now similarly 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0. What is the address? 04H, right? Now this is the address of which port? Port C. When A1 is 1, A0 is 0, which port is selected? Port C. What is the address? 04H. Divide into 4-bit form. This is 0. What is 0, 1, 0? 4H, right? Now similarly, what is the address of control word register? All are zeros. Now this is control word register is selected when A1 is 1 and A0 is 1. Now this is 0. Now what is the address? 06H, right? Now this is how to find the address of port A, port B and port C. Only these values will differ. A2 and A1 address lines nothing but A1 and A0, because those two are interfaced, right? Now when A1 is 0, A0 is 0, which indicates port A is selected. Now after finding the address, you are getting port A address as 00. Now when A1 is 0, A0 is 1, nothing but port B is selected. That now what is the address of port B? 02H. Divide into 4-bit form and convert into hexadecimal, right? Now for 10, port C is selected. What is the address? 04. Now for control word register, now A1 is 0, A1 is 1 and A0 is 1. When both are 1, control word register is selected. Now what is the address? 06H, right? Now this is how to interface your 8255 with 8085 under IO map I, right? Now I will give an problem, then you will understand clearly, right? Then you will understand clearly, right? Now problem is interface 8085 with 8085 with 8255, interface 8085 with 8255, so as to have port A address, port A address, right? Port A address as, so as to have port A address as, right? So as to have port A address as 90H, right? And port B address as 92H, and port C address as 94H, and control word register address as 96H, right? Now we have to interface 8085 with 8255 so as to have port A address. That means you are reading the data from that particular memory location, either read operation or write operation, right? Either read operation or write operation. Now that table has said under the pin diagram, read operation and write operation, right? For one particular value you are performing input operation, and for one particular value you are performing output operation, through which the data bus can be read or write to the all the ports, right? That table we have seen under the pin diagram. If you want, you can refer, right? Now what is the problem here? What is that interfacing part here? You have to interface 8085 with 8255 so as to have port A address as 90H, port B as 92H, port C as 94H, and control word register as 96H, right? Control word register as 96H, right? Now before interfacing, let us represent all addresses, right? Now how many address lines are used under IO mapped IO? A7, A6, A5, A4, A3, A2, A1, A0, right? A1, A0, right? Now what is the address of port A? 90H, right? Port A address is 90H. Represent in binary form, that is 4-bit form. 1001, right? 1001, which indicates 9. Now all are zeros, right? And the remaining all are zeros, right? Now what is port B address? Port B address is 92H, right? 1001 0010, right? 0010. Now port C address as 94H. Just represent in 4-bit binary form. I am representing. This is 9. Now what is 40100, right? Now what is control word register address? 96H, right? 1001 110, right? Now we have got the values of A0 to A7, right? Next you have to interface your 8085 with 8255, right? Now first I am drawing the block diagram, nothing but pin diagram of 8085. Next I am drawing the pin diagram of 8255, right? Now this is 8255. Now this has port A IO lines, those are 8 IO lines, PA0 to PA7, and next we have port B IO lines, that is PB0 to PB7, and next we have port C IO lines, that is PC0 to PC7. Both upper and lower I have represented in a single form, right? And next we have chip selection pin, and next we have reset pin, and next we have write signal, and next we have read signal, and next we have address line A0 and address line A1, right? Address line A0 and address line A1, and next we have data bus buffer, that is nothing but D0 to D7, right? Now represent under 8085. Now D0 to D7 is connected to D0 to D7 of 8255. 8085 of D0 to D7 is connected to D0 to D7 of 8255, right? Now what is A1? A1 is connected to A0 of 8255. A1 is connected to A0 of 8255 and A2 is connected to A1 of, if you see this variation is there, right? This variation is there, right? In which it indicates for 0 0 port A, for 0 1 port B, for 1 0 port C, for 1 1 control word register, right? Now A2 of 8085 is connected to A1 of 8255, right? And next you have IO slash memory bar, and next you have read signal, next you have address line A0, and next you have write signal, and next you have reset, right? Now reset of 8085 is connected to reset of 8255, right? Now for this is active high because IO mapped IO, right? Now for reading the signal, that should be logic 0, right? Now that is connected to A0, right? Now that is connected to A0. These are OR gate. Any logic you can use. As I have said, any logic you can use. Now this is 1. For reading operation, this should be logic 0. Now what is the value of A0? 0, right? What is the value of A0? For 1 0, 1 is the output. For 1 0, 1 is the output, right? Now this is 1 is the output, right? Now this is AND gated, inverted and connected to RD bar, right? Now for 1 0 1 0 you are getting output as 1. After inverted you will get 0, because in order to read the data you have to supply 0, right? Now for the same thing, IO along with IA0 WR bar. IO is 1. Now in order to write the data, this should be 0, right? Now both signals, read signal and write signal, at a time they can't be 0. When read signal is 0, write signal is 1. When write signal is 0, read signal is 1. You have to remember this point. Now A0 is 0 from the table. Now this is OR gated. If I OR gated, you will get result as 1, inverted and given to write signal, right? You can use any logic, right? Now what are the left out parts? A3 to A7 are used for chip selection pin, right? A3 to A7 are used for. Now what is the value of A3? 0, right? Now this is inverted, right? Now A4 is 1, right? A4 is 1, right? A3 is 0, A4 is 1. Now A5 is 0, inverted. Now A6 is 0, inverted. Now A7 is 1, right? Now A3, A4, A5, A6, A7. A3 is 0, A4 is 1, A5 is 0, A6 is 0, A7 is 1, right? Now these are, you have to choose one logic here, right? You have to choose one logic such that you have to provide 0 to the chip selection pin in order to communicate your 8255 with 8085. Now let us assume I have chosen AND gate. Now check whether you are getting 0, logic 0 for CS bar or not, right? Now for 0 1, what is the value? 0, right? AND gated 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 1 0, right? Directly you can connect to your chip selection pin, right? You are getting the output as 0, right? If I AND logic this particular address values, for 0 1 anyhow it is logic 0. For 0 with 0 0, 0 with 0 0, 0 with 1, which is 0, right? Directly you can connect to the chip selection pin, right? Now this is how to interface your 8085 with 8255 under IO mapped IO, right? Now I will give one problem as what I can say as assignment, then you will have a clear idea of how to interface your 8085 with 8255, right? Now in next lecture we will see interfacing of 8085 with 8255 under memory mapped IO. Only the difference is here we are using 8 address lines, there we will use 16 address lines, A0 to A60, right? Only the difference is address lines, except that everything is same, right? In next lecture we will see the interfacing of 8255 with 8086 under memory mapped IO, right? Now till now we have seen interfacing part with IO mapped IO. In next lecture we will see interfacing part with memory mapped IO, right? Thank you.